I was looking back at the calendar in past years, and I believe this is the 8th time that we've had what we call the Game Day News Conference. And what it is to show you, first of all, the great teamwork that's involved between the City of Lexington and the University of Kentucky, Fayette County Sheriff's Office, the Fire Department, all kinds of countless people that come together here. There's a couple of gentlemen who deserve special thank yous in the back of the room from UK Athletics, Russ Pear, Mark Hill, and Kevin Saul. Kevin helps to coordinate this whole game day thing and has 2 different meetings each week before games that are most comprehensive and really get everything planned out. So thank you all. Thank you all of the various representatives of our public safety agencies for being with us.
This is one of the things that is dear to the University of Kentucky. I often say we are in and of Lexington. Mitch's group has an ambitious building program going on here. We're wedging a football season in the middle of it. We're doing everything possible so that people are not inconvenienced and people are safe when they attend the game and have that same experience they have year after year. It won't be as good as what you're going to have next year when this is all finished. But for us, what is most important, and most important for me, is everyone's safety and respect of our neighbors, especially those who are closest to our stadium. I know I have a wonderful partner in serving these neighborhoods in Mayor Jim Gray. He cares deeply about our university. He cares deeply about the individuals that live in these homes that make this the magical place that we all can call home. And it is my honor to introduce him. Mayor Gray.
Thank you, President Capilouto. Well, as Dr. Capilouto said, this is a very big day. First home football game of the season, always a big deal. And Lexington, of course, is always excited and ready to help make the game a great experience for everyone. So what we'll be doing is helping UK with moving fans into and out of Commonwealth Stadium as quickly and easily as we can, helping to keep everyone safe, and encouraging respect for the neighbors who live near the stadium. That kind of respect starts at the top, and I thank Dr. Capilouto for joining us today and asking fans to respect neighbors' homes and yards as they walk to and from the game. I see Battalion Chief Paul C. is here as well as Sheriff Kathy Witt, so adding to a compliment that you're going to hear from the city that includes our police chief, Ronnie Baston. This entire team will be working with the university's public safety team. So as the president said, over the past few years, the city and UK have built a real spirit of cooperation on game days. And we're all hopeful that that spirit of cooperation extends every day to respect for these neighborhoods surrounding the university. So to all the fans who are coming to Lexington and to the game, we welcome you. This is a university city, and with that comes the fun and excitement that students and college sports bring to our community.
It's that time of the year again when the fall season's upon us. We have a record amount of students on campus, which is a wonderful thing for the university. But as we get ready for another football season, we, along with everybody else in the Big Blue Nation, are very excited about the upcoming football season. As you can tell, there's a lot of renovations going on to the stadium, so it's going to be a lot of excitement that will be coming in the next couple years. We want to encourage everybody to be familiar with a lot of the policies that have changed as well as being implemented this year for the 2014 season. The University of Kentucky is committed to our primary mission, which is providing a safe and secure venue for our sporting events. Based on large part of recent changes in the security industry, and especially at large assembly events, we are continuing with our bag policy at Commonwealth Stadium. All bags entering the stadium will be subject to search. Large bags are prohibited. Fans may enter the stadium with one small bag, no larger than 13.5 inches by 10 inches by 7 inches. And I know that's a little confusing, so what we've done is we've got a little bag thing that you can check it with at each gate. We'll also have lines that are available as almost as an express line, so if you don't have a bag, you can get in a little bit quicker. As in the prior years, all of the reserved permitted parking lots around the stadium will have the numbers painted on the aisle to assist you in locating your car post-game or in the event of emergency, giving us an accurate location to where you are. Just as I mentioned, there's numerous construction projects not only here at Commonwealth Stadium but on the campus. So there's a significant impact when it comes to traffic. So we encourage everybody to look at your routes, follow your permitted recommended traffic route into the stadium, and leave early. Another thing you can do is make sure that you listen to the traffic updates on AM 1700, as well as you may want to become familiar with some of the Twitter accounts that are be publicizing any traffic updates. Parking lots will open at 8 a.m. on game days. As Dr. Capilouto said, we encourage everyone to be responsible. Be respectful of the neighborhood as well as the university. Pick up your trash. Don't leave anything laying around that you wouldn't want in your yard. Parking on green spaces that are not designated for parking are prohibited, and that includes yards in the neighborhoods. One of the most exciting things about the happening this year for the UK football season are the enhancements here to Commonwealth Stadium. As you saw today, there's a large amount of construction fence in some areas that we're going to secure during the game days. We encourage everybody to be cognizant of any pedestrian traffic that will be in the lots, because we're going to have a lot more pedestrian traffic in the lots this year. Once again this year, we'll also be issuing the reunification wristbands for any small children to make sure that if somebody gets lost, that we can reunite them with their appropriate guardian. Also, make yourself familiar with any of the traffic routes coming in, because like I said, we've got several new lots this year and traffic patterns, so be very cognizant of that. What can you do to expedite your travel time to Commonwealth Stadium? Make sure you have your parking permit prominently displayed. If you have a permit for a lot, have it prominently displayed on your dashboard so the officers or the traffic control people can see that and direct you to the appropriate area. Make yourself familiar with the ingress routes. Arrive early, and most of all, be patient. Stay abreast of any of the changes in traffic problems with the Twitter or the radio station. And then, of course, we also recommend anybody that's not in a permitted lot to use the UK Bus Express route from downtown. Once again, I want to thank my partners that we couldn't do this without, the Lexington Police, Lexington Fire, all of UK Athletics, the Fayette County Sheriff's Department, and of course traffic engineering.
As many folks have said, this is a team effort. It takes a team effort to pull off a game day. And many folks are involved in that team. Some have already been mentioned. But we surely couldn't do this without our folks at Traffic Engineering to help us to expedite traffic and prioritize it to get it into the stadium and out of the stadium after the game. Folks at the Fayette County Sheriff's Office work very closely with them on every game and many other projects. Our folks at Code Enforcement help us with the neighborhoods in and around the campus to make sure that folks are following codes and ordinances that they should. Our brothers at the Fire Department stay very busy on these days, and we couldn't make it without them. And Chief Monroe and his folks do an outstanding job. And we work very closely as we approach this season, as we do all seasons, to make sure that we provide the safest and enjoyable environment that we possibly can for everyone that chooses to come to a game. This season, no doubt, is going to be a little bit different. I think what I would say is remind people to just keep in mind two words: patience and flexibility. Because as the season progresses, it's likely that some of the parking arrangements may change, and so there may be some differences. So be flexible and be patient. Plan on coming out a little bit early and maybe have an extra hot dog or something. It won't hurt anything. Plan to be here early, and you won't be disappointed or frustrated. Make sure you put those parking passes up, post those where they're visible to the officers, because they're going to be looking for those, as Chief Monroe said. to try to help expedite and get you into the lots as quickly as we possibly can. That will help us tremendously and keep bottlenecks at a minimum. In the neighborhoods afterwards, we're going to have a significant presence in neighborhoods afterwards. I would remind you to park legally. Parking in lawns is not something we can do, and we'll be enforcing that. Any celebrations that occur in surrounding neighborhoods, we're going to be around. We're going to be monitoring those. We hope you'll have a good time, but do it safely and responsibly and be a good neighbor. And that's what we're going to be there to ensure. So count on us being there. We'll be part of the party if you have one. But our goal is to make sure that everyone has a safe environment to be here and to enjoy this whole event, because we're all excited about football season this year. May have some minor inconveniences, but I'm going to speculate and say it's going to be worth the trip.